Ready, go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Ohaneaze asks federal government to rename Aso Rock after Queen Elizabeth instead of UNN. Ohaneaze asked federal government to rename Aso Rock after Queen Elizabeth instead of UNN. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Ohaneaze asked the federal government to rename the presidential villa in Abuja after Queen Elizabeth. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneaze Indido, has kicked against calls to rename the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN after Queen Elizabeth II of England. Kanye Daily recalls that Queen Elizabeth, who was the longest-serving British monarch, died at the age of 96 on Thursday, September 9, 2021. Following her death, a former presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Adamu Garba, called on the federal government to rename UNN to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria, since it is the first university in Nigeria. Reacting in a statement by its Secretary General, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, Ohaneaze said Garba must tender an apology to Lindigbo for making such an unhistorical remark, which was capable of instigating conflict in the country. The group said the Southeast already has a symbol of respect for the late monarch, as seen in the Queen Elizabeth Medical Center in Abia State, during adding that it is appropriate for the northern region to have a fair share of the legacies of the monarch. Ohaneaze added that if the federal government and the presidency wish to immortalize the late queen, the most appropriate place to show gratitude to Great Britain should be at Aso Rock, the citadel of power. The statement reads, the Ohaneaze Indigo Worldwide has cautioned the federal government against renaming the foremost and most prestigious university, the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, after the late British monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. The university has bequeathed a legacy in southeastern Nigeria, and it's worthwhile for novices like the former APC presidential aspirant Adamu Garba to know that the Federal Medical Center, Umuahia, Abia State, was renamed after the late British monarch and is known as Queen Elizabeth Medical Center, Umuahia. Yet Nigerians are yet to see the late Queen Elizabeth's legacies in northern Nigeria. It is appropriate for the North to have a fair share of the Queen's legacy. Indigo was instrumental and played a role in hosting late Queen Elizabeth II in 1956, when Nigeria hosted the late Queen. It has not skipped our memories about the assistance rendered by an Igbo wealthy business mogul, Sir Louis Odumego Ojukwu, when Queen Elizabeth II visited Nigeria in 1956. The then Nigerian government couldn't afford a Rolls Royce, so it approached and borrowed this Rolls Royce Silver Rate RWB from Sir Louis Odumego Ojukwu, the father of Dim Chukwuemeka Odumego Ojukwu, the Igbo legendary icon. If the federal government and the presidency wish to immortalize late Queen Elizabeth II, it should look at the role of the Queen in granting Nigerian political freedom and independence on 1st October 1960. And the most appropriate place to show gratitude to Great Britain should be at Aso Rock, the citadel of power. So we call on federal government to rename the Aso Rock Presidential Villa after Queen Elizabeth II. This is the best place to honor Queen Elizabeth II. Not the University of Nigeria Nsukka, because it is incendiary to destroy the symbol of Nigerian citadel of learning. We urge Adamu Garba to apologize to Lindigbo over this unhistorical comment. Kanye Daily recalls that a Nigerian US-based professor, Ujula Anya, had criticized Queen Elizabeth and wished her an excruciating pain for sponsoring the genocide that led to her family being displaced. Ohaneaze has asked the federal government to rename the presidential villa in Abuja after Queen Elizabeth. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneaze Indigbo, has kicked against calls to rename the University of Nigeria Nsukka UNN after Queen Elizabeth II of England. Kanye recalls that Queen Elizabeth, who was the longest-serving British monarch, died at the age of 96 on Thursday, September 9, 2021. Following her death, a former presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Adamu Garba, called on the federal government to rename UNN to Queen Elizabeth University of Nigeria, since it is the first university in Nigeria. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the